Yeah. Because of the it's so taxing to be in this much pain all the time. It was so infected, it was actually opening holes in my mouth up top. And, bacteria was coming out. And so I wound up doing things like putting ice packs on my face during calls or between calls. And then because I can't take any pain medication, I'd try to hold it together, and then I would leave work and just sit in my car and cry. Or just go home and then try to get some kind of sleep, because this keeps you up at night. It's not like something that you can just turn off. Again, just having a little bit of hope is enough for me, no matter what comes next.
Whether it's dentistry or anything else that we're doing, values that are taught to us and values that we believe in have to be somehow expressed in what we do. I was raised to follow a golden rule, which is do to others as you would want done to you. That's kind of stuck with everything I do in life. We are dentists, and what we focus on are teeth and helping people restore the health of their dentition and the health of their mouth. What a lot of times is overlooked is that improving a person's smile, whether it's something that's cosmetic or something that's functional, it's also something that affects their quality of life.
I started BC Perio because I had this vision of creating a treatment center like we have now, where we could be collaborative, have multiple specialists work together, and be a one-stop shop where we could use technology every day in implant dentistry and just dentistry overall, whether it's digital or aesthetic or surgical, and really put it all together and bring the best kind of care to our patients. Dr. Faraj Edher is an amazing prosthodontist. I think that overall he's such a great guy. He's going to provide the best care to his patients. He's very meticulous, and overall he's a forward-thinking, technologically advanced gentleman, and he's going to do a great job, whether it's for the simplest cases for his patients or whether he's speaking somewhere in the world trying to teach other dentists how to do a better job.
Approximately 2011, I went to see my regular dentist, who I'd been seeing for fillings and things like that. I made a decision. He's like, your teeth are really weak, they're starting to crumble. You really, should cap them, or, and I didn't understand, but he actually cemented one bridge. It's straight across. So all these bridges are attached into one piece, like a suspension bridge. I spent like 45 minutes at night just cleaning every area, because I knew there was something going on here, but I didn't understand actually what that really meant. And what it turns out to be was there was bacteria leaking in different places. So then I needed root canals. It was so infected, it was actually opening holes in my mouth up top. And, bacteria was coming out. And you're trying to talk to people all day. It was excruciating. So I wound up doing things like putting ice packs on my face during calls or between calls. And then because I can't take any pain medication, I'd try to hold it together, and then I would leave work and just sit in my car and cry. Or just go home and then try to get some kind of sleep, because this keeps you up at night. It's not like something that you can just turn off. I tell people, like, when you look at things like that, it's quality of life in every facet. It's not just emotionally draining. You don't really want to even stick around. So he did what he could, and then he referred me to UBC. And that's where I met Dr. Edher. He really gave me another sense of hope to trust again.
So we're finally going to be seeing Carmen today. Her journey's been a pretty long one. I actually met Carmen for the first time when I was at the University of British Columbia. This is her scan up here. So she's had all of her upper teeth restored with one bridge that's connected together, which means that she can't floss around it. She's unhappy with the way it looks. It's affected her speech. It also means that as she's now having problems with some of the teeth, she's having to deal with everything as a unit. So it's really been affecting her quality of life. It's an interesting case though, because there's a lot going on. So this over here shows us the bridge. The upper bridge, like we said, she's unhappy with the way it looks. It's just connected. There's a lot of issues. But then the lower teeth are also an aesthetic concern for her. There's spacing, they're discolored, they're rotated. So when she shared her story with me, and I really got to grasp how her experience has negatively affected the quality of her life, it really motivated me to feel like I had to do something to help her. We had to find a way to bring back the quality of her life in one form or another. So I'm really excited to finally get to see her, because we're going to get the ball rolling and we're going to pretty much go through a full mouth reconstruction for her and give her her quality of life back. It's going to be good.
My name is Tana, and I've known this amazing woman for 33 years. She's probably one of the strongest, most formidable women that I've ever met, because she gets handed stuff all the time, and other people would, you know, get into like a huge depression. And I know this whole process has been depressing for her and debilitating, but yeah, she's a pretty amazing woman.
Faraj would be giving me back, man, the opportunity to engage in life and in my activities and my friendships and my work. That will change everything in my workplace, because there's nothing to hold me back. That's just the only thing that's holding me back. I had no idea that he was gonna really try to help me, try to improve my life, and try to release me from all the agony that I'm going through.
Hello. How are you?
I'm really well. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I'm so excited.
Me too.
Yeah,
we're almost there.
I don't even know what we're going to do today. Like I was trying to read up on,
yeah,
you know, what a smile.
Well, remember you asked me, is there a way I can see what it looks like before we do anything? So you're going to get to see what it looks like today.
That's so cool.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at different designs and get a sense of more what you want things to be. So when Carmen came in for her consultation and treatment planning session, what we do is we took a cone beam CT. That's a 3-dimensional X-ray that allows us to not just see the teeth, but see the anatomic structures around the teeth. So we get to see the bone and the soft tissue and any nerves or sinuses that are in the area. And it's very useful when planning for implant cases. We also take an intraoral scan. And what that also allows us to do is utilize that intraoral scan, which is pretty much a digital impression of her teeth, and merge that with her photographs to do some smile design. What we talked about before is there's really 3 reasons why we're doing this. One, which is the most important, is we want to give you something more healthy, right? Something you can clean around and something that's just healthier for the teeth that are there and healthier for you long term, so that if anything ever happens, you're not dealing with all your teeth as a unit, which you've already experienced what that's like. The second is to make things look better. So since we're doing this all, we want to make sure that you have a smile that you're happy with and that you're comfortable with and that you're happy smiling with. So we'll get your input on that today, and then we'll get to see it. We'll get to test it, and we'll get to see what the options are. We'll get to see what we can do and how we want to do things. And then the third aspect is to get things functioning the proper way. Right, so we want to make sure your bite's comfortable and that you're able to chew and you're able to talk and you're able to do all these things in a natural way that's comfortable for you. So we'll use augmented reality, which means you'll get to actually test a smile, and I'll base it off of what we just did here, but you'll actually get to see it in your own mouth. So you'll get to move your face and take a look at it in real time to give us a sense of whether this is where we want to move or we can make tweaks to it and we can change it as well right there on the spot.
I'm ready.
Boom. Yeah?
I'm ready.
Yeah, me too. It's been a while, but we're getting there.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'll give you a hug.
My name is Courtney Lise, and I'm a certified dental assistant working at BC Perio with Dr. Faraj Edher. To be honest with you, I always knew I wanted to be in healthcare. Like, I always knew I wanted to help people in this type of setting. Hi, Carmen.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good.
Good. Come on in.
Good morning.
Hi.
How are you?
Super excited.
Excited?
Yes.
Did you get some rest?
It was hard for me to sleep.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, it was a very emotional day yesterday, and
Yeah.
and it's still, again, I'm just trying to grasp
What's
because
happening?
it's really
Yeah.
happening.
So it's been really amazing working with Dr. Edher, and the things that I've noticed working with him is that he's very caring and compassionate. He's very detail-oriented, and he always takes the extra step to go the extra mile to achieve excellence. And that is something that we really, really strive for, and it makes coming to work every day, it makes me happy knowing that he's going to provide that extra quality of care, because I am too. And so us as a team, it really makes a difference in how we work and how we can make a difference in people's lives.
Hey.
Okay.
Much better. They feel incredible. Like they just feel. I don't feel like they're super bulky and.
Yeah. Everything went really well. So all the teeth that we rebuilt are now stable, and as long as during this temporary phase you don't go through any symptoms, you don't have any sensitivity or pain or anything, then we're good to go. We're good to put crowns on them. Tooth structure's fine. Everything looks good. Yeah, it's looking really good.
Awesome. Thank you.
I couldn't have asked for things to go any better.
Hi. How you making out?
Excellent.
That looks better. Yes, it does.
Digital technology has changed the way we do dentistry and dental technology. We have changed a lot in materials we have, and we've changed a lot in how we use the materials. And digital technology and CAD/CAM and the ability to mill a restoration as opposed to carving it by hand allows us to treat some patients much better than what was the state of the art or the gold standard or the best you could do 10 or 20 years ago. With Carmen's case in particular, we're going to work through a series of mock-ups of what we think Carmen could look like, and then we're going to work on building restorations that fit better with Carmen's mouth, and they will be designed digitally, milled digitally, and then put in her mouth when they're finished. Every patient is unique and every case is unique, so the challenge is come up with, can we get an appropriate material to build what we want to do out of? Is it going to work with Carmen's dentition or any patient's dentition and where their teeth are and what they want to look like? The hardest part is recreating the smile they had or the smile they want. Most patients, by the time they end up needing comprehensive care, have lost a lot of the reference points that let you get back to the smile they had when they were 20 or 30 and the smile they're looking for.
So it's been a long journey for Carmen, and today's finally the day. We're going to be giving her her final teeth. So we've gone through all the different steps. We've dismantled the bridges that she had in place, which were giving her a hard time with her bite. She was finding it very hard to clean them. It was almost impossible to clean them, which was causing issues on its own. And they never looked the way she wanted them to look, so she was never happy smiling. So we removed those and gave her her sets of temporary teeth. That was like a test drive for things. It allowed us to make sure that we're happy with the new bite, that she could clean things properly, and that she was happy with the way things looked. Then we designed what we're going to put in today, which are her final teeth. All of the intricate, detailed work that's been taking place over the past couple months leads to this. A lot of detail went into the design of these to make sure that they fit properly, make sure that she can clean them easily, and also make sure that she's happy when she smiles with them. So I'm really excited for today. It's been a long journey for Carmen, and I'm excited for her to finally leave here with teeth that she loves smiling with and feels comfortable in.
I am so excited. I feel like I'm going to burst. And I know chances are that I'll probably get quite emotional, but my expectations have been well exceeded even with the temporaries. So it can only get better from here. What I found really amazing was how real the teeth feel. They feel like actually my own teeth. My pain level has dropped incredibly. I noticed that right away. So I was getting a lot of migraine headaches and a lot of jaw tension. And I think my bite must have been really off, because that has completely dissipated. So I went from having migraines every day to none at all. So that's trickled down into me being able to rest better and to sleep better, as well as being able to speak to people at work and feel confident when I'm doing it. I noticed I don't have my lisp anymore. My colleagues at work, everybody's noticed it. I actually didn't have to miss any work because the fittings were done so meticulously. And that's amazing. I don't know how they could top this, but I'm pretty sure they'll do it, no matter what they need to do. And I know that I'm in great hands, and that they're going to make sure that the bite is perfect, that there's no discomfort, and that I leave today being me.
So this is where we started, but what a difference, right? When you actually think of before and after. There.
Okay.
Look at that screen right there. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, now I want you to look at this screen over here, please. Don't cover those beautiful teeth.
Seeing my teeth for the first time was incredible. I was very overwhelmed. It was very surreal because I had no idea what it would really look like. So when I looked up and I saw myself and I started to smile, I immediately put my hand up because I'm used to covering my mouth. And then realizing that I don't have to do that, I just feel like it's been a real miracle. My experience with Faraj and Courtney, it's like having your best friends who've got your back, who support you, care about you, love you, and want the best for you, and want to make sure that they do everything possible to ensure that that happens for you. So the level of caring is at a level that I've never experienced before with healthcare. And I feel very lucky to have received the care from themselves and their teams throughout this whole process.
Thank you so much for watching and being a part of Carmen's journey. I really want to thank BC Perio for making this project possible, Little Bird Media for putting in all the effort to share this story, and everyone else who was involved in allowing us to share Carmen's journey with all of you. If you've enjoyed this or want to support this project in any way, please follow us on social media, subscribe to this channel, and get in touch with us if you have any suggestions or questions. Thank you again.